Hopefully, testing. Well, she's gonna have to move a little closer to me. We're gonna just... Ah! Yeah, Alex, I need help. Whoa. Hang in there. As soon as I hit live, it fell. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It fell on me.
I'm gonna need to set it down for a sec.
It's covering the camera.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I'm gonna just sit here patiently.
I'm gonna have to. Oh my god, it's adding cords. I'm just gonna have to.
Should I just stop? Hello, wife. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. So I'm down here. Hello. We're fixing things. We're fixing things because I will be cooking. I will be cooking. Quite literally.
There we go.
Oh, thank you, Alex. You're the best. It's me who I already fell down. No, that's me for real. Do you mind if I yank this?
Yep.
Okay, well, it's the base is crooked.
Sorry.
That's why it's falling. That's why it already fell down.
Sorry.
I'm cooking. Sorry, YouTube. You're gonna look at the... Oh, look at my feet. Hey. I'm wearing socks, though. So, no peeking at the toes. No peeking at the toes. Hi. Okay. Whoopsie daisies. I love when my setup completely falls on me.
Alright. Is Instagram oriented correctly?
Almost. Now, yes.
Okay.
Hello, Hushy! Sorry, everything's got a calamity. Everything fell on me. I'll give you my feedback on... No clue. Get your little stinky ass out of here. There's garlic and onion in here. Frame 1 on toes is crazy. I'm sorry! I'm fixing it. Okay. By we, I mean Alex.
Okay, that should be flush.
It's just about as good as it's gonna get. So I'll just sit back further.
Yeah, unless you want me
No, I'm gonna just leave it.
Okay.
It, technically speaking, should be higher for YouTube, but I'm just gonna leave it so it doesn't fall. We're all good.
Okay.
We're all good. We're all good. Okay. You could just leave it.
I'm just trying to make sure it's this close.
It doesn't need to be closer. I just don't want things to fall on me again. We're all good. Goodbye. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. It's the long-awaited.
No.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I can get things.
Be able to reach them.
I can lead. She's gonna get in here.
I will.
It's okay. It's okay. Just it's fine. She'll be fine. I need to go. So, bye. Thank you. Cats, they never listen. What can I say? Well, hi everyone. I'm going to cook for you today, even though I'm in my bed. So I'm really excited. Sorry, I went a little MIA for a couple of days. I got some kind of terrible news, family stuff. So, but we're here to live and learn. Reminds me of a Chick-fil-A in their dorm room. Well, we're about to, but not Chick-fil-A. I promise. We're gonna cook for real, for real. So, not that you're not cooking if you cook Chick-fil-A, whatever. But I even got. Okay, so it's gonna be. Oh, I'm okay. It's the audio, bro. What? No, is my audio out on Instagram? I'll figure it out. The Gundam Tanaka pillow? Yes. No, my it's family stuff. We're all good, but unfortunately have some family stuff that's not lovely. So I can't actually pick up the hot pan. You can't hear what happened? No. For Instagram, I'm going to just reset you. I'm sorry. I will be back and we will fix it. That means I'm left alone with you, YouTube. Okay, let's do this again. We're not going to share that. Okay, let's start it again. Discard. And we start all over again. Hopefully that fixes any audio issues that I'm having. Actually, I think I know what it is. Sorry, YouTube. Let me turn off my Bluetooth. Hopefully that fixed everything on Instagram. If it didn't, I'm sorry. No more issues. Okay. So, today I have a hot pan right next to me that you can't see because it's not quite long enough. So, but we're going to be cooking. Sorry I had to redo it. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, kill me with hammers. If everyone can hear me now, we're good. We're good. Okay, Slay. Awesome. So I'm going to move this power strip a little closer to me so you guys can maybe see that I'm cooking. That was the incorrect choice. That was the incorrect choice. We're all good though. We're goated. We're goated. We're goated. We're goated. We're all goated here. Except you, Clue. You're kind of stressing me out. It's okay, Pee-wee. And guess what? We're back to being goated. We're back to being goated. Actually, we're goated, and the lights are back on. Okay, we're gonna cook now. So you'll have to trust me that there's a hot pan right next to me. I could not move it any closer. Actually, YouTube can kind of maybe see it. Hang on. You can hear it. ASMR. There's a hot pan. You have to leave, unfortunately. You cannot stay here with Mama. I'm sorry. Okay. No. Do we cook the cat? Anyway, we're cooking. So, and here we got the pot and pan. You cannot be here. I'm sorry. You're being evicted. Goodbye. No. No. I'm sorry. She's so mad. She's so pissed off. Bro's just crazy. There's nothing there. No, I'm not going to gaslight. I promise. I can't. Wait, hang on. Let me see if I can angle it slightly. Okay. Can you guys see it now? I could maybe move it back a little bit. Or like, I think you could see it with the pans on it. Okay. So let's start heating this boy up. I used to, when I was kind of didn't have a place to live. That makes YouTube. I have to sit way back for YouTube. Sorry. No, I don't. I have to sit way closer. Okay, we're gonna be at a really weird angle, I think. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. Wait. There we go. Well, I used to not really super have a place to live. And because of that, I could just do this. You're gonna just have to trust me that there's a hot pan right here. It's hot. I just touched it with my bare hand. But we're gonna cook. And one thing that my friends always really appreciated what I did was when I cooked for them. So it's like I'm cooking for you guys. Yippee! So I know cooking is something I said I was gonna do for a while. Proof of concept. I'm doing it. Even though you can't see it, which kind of sucks, but you can pretend that it's right here. And we'll do more cooking streams in the future. Maybe if okay. Locked in. Are you also streaming on another platform? Yes, I am. I'm streaming on YouTube and Instagram. There's nothing there. I swear. Okay. So, yeah. So we're gonna cook. I will have to oil this boy up. I think let's oil this guy up first. Do I cook the noodles first, or do I make the sauce first? Now I'm not gonna fry my whole room. I'm being responsible. Okay. I got a little oil pump, so we're gonna do some olive oil. Or let's be real, I think that's vegetable oil. But you get my point. The only thing about my hot pan is it's missing a foot, so it might wobble a little bit. But hang on, we will be okay. We will survive. If I emulate, you guys will see it. You'll be with me, so you guys will get to hear my last words. So you also double won't be alone. It's under the sauce. It's about to be under the sauce. So we got the oil warming. Just so you guys don't have to hear it, I pre-chopped some onions and garlic. But thank you. I think it's olive, not canola. Thank you, Alex. I know you can't see the pan. Unless we have a quick extension cord, you guys are gonna have to trust me that I'm just not pouring this onto my bed. So, but we're we're gonna just throw it in there. Oh, my pan's not hot enough yet. But you ever guys get a chance to get a cheap slap chop and you hate cutting fucking garlic? I do highly recommend it. Because I don't know, maybe I'm a stinker. Oh, you can hear it sizzling now. Maybe I'm a stinker. I fucking cannot stand chopping garlic. It's so sticky, but I love eating it. I don't mind chopping onion though. I know it bothers some people's eyes, but it doesn't really bother my eyes like that. Never has. So it's gonna smell great in here in about 2 seconds. Oh, it already does. I lied, it already smells good. Okay, so one thing you should know about me when cooking is I don't pay attention to what I'm doing for real. And I don't consume dairy or meat. So if it looks like I'm adding weird shit, it's because I don't eat dairy and I don't eat meat. So dressed as a cat, I know is kind of ironic because they kind of need to eat meat, but I don't eat meat. So I'm gonna add a little bit more oil because the bottom of this pan low-key rough. Oh my god, are you about to be my savior with the... I need you to daisy chain this motherfucker for me. I'm so sorry. As safely as possible. While I stir this fella.
This is longer, so we shouldn't need to.
Oh, awesome. Y'all will be able to see my cooking after all. Just making potions and shit. That is about to me. I'm gonna be those one of the things. Because you asked, Rami, and only because you asked, I am vegan. So, but I used to eat, I'm also, like, extremely lactose intolerant. Like, I can't, even when I was eating dairy product. Look at this. Look at this. You guys can't well, let me see if I can fix it for YouTube. Actually... Look at this. Oh, actually, could you take out the... this smoke detector?
Oh.
Look at this. Chat, we're winning. We're winning. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the heat because, man, I have it up on high. And I know young hoes... Okay, I'm back. I can hear, yay! It wasn't you, Hoshi. It wasn't you. It was me. I'm gonna oil up the onions a little bit more. We're gonna get them all creamy. So, how has everyone been doing? If you see it wobbling back and forth, it's because my hot pan is missing a foot. It's missing a toe. So, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna get some, oh yeah, it's morning for you! I forgot bro's in Japan right now. What a flex. I hope you're having fun and being safe, enjoying your travels. I'm clearly being safe. What better place to cook than right in your bed, you know? Part of it is like, I don't know how I'd set it up in my kitchen, and two, I think the optics of it being in the bed is really fucking funny, but that's just me. I will do anything for a bit at the end of the day. But Detroit is calling for you? Pick up the phone, Hoshi! Pick up the phone! But yeah, I am happy actually that I'm here with you guys. I'm gonna be so transparent that I didn't know if I was gonna stream today because I've kind of been in a bummer mood. I don't know what to call him. Papa Thrill, my dad, has not been doing great. But I think I needed some time to disconnect and cook. And cooking, honestly, is something I love to do. I like to cook a lot. I've always been that way ever since I was a little kid. So, and I've had this hot pan for so long. If I'm gonna be so for real with you guys, when I was kind of low-key living out of a car, I had this hot pan because then I could cook more elaborate food when I was in places. So I love this hot pan. It's simple. It's got like 3 settings, but she gets the job done. She's missing a foot, but it broke. So it is what it is. So I'm glad to hang out with you guys. Sorry I wasn't here on Tuesday. I legitimately fell the fuck asleep. I was so tired. So I want to give you a rundown because you guys knew I was house sitting. I was house sitting. I returned Saturday night-ish, but I had to what's the word I'm looking for? I had a shoot that I was doing at an Airbnb that was kind of far with some people that I don't get to see very often and some pookies. Let's turn up a little bit. Listen, young hoes gotta eat. We can't sit here and sweat these onions forever. And then I had a lot of shoots, which I posted some selfies with, but like otherwise not too much. With some friends that are like out of town, like not out of town, they don't live here, but like some friends who I don't see all the time. And then and it was really exhausting, but it was really fun. And we wrapped on like at like 11, I think, on Sunday, something like that. It was like 10:30 or 11. I think it was like 11 something when I got home. And then since then it's also just been kind of crazy. So 6-7. So we're gonna today, we're making chili noodles. This is not an official authentic recipe or anything. This is just, hey, what we can make. And right now I'll show you, got some onions and garlic cooking in here. And it's starting to think. One thing I like to add personally that I think adds some pizzazz. Garlic, I'm sorry. We're gonna move this just to the side. Let me get a little bit of water. And I'm just gonna... Okay, it didn't steam up, thank God. My one fear is that when it steams. I like to add a little bit of vegetable broth. If I could open the goddamn jar. Okay, I got it. This one is the Better Than Bouillon. It's this big because it came from Costco. We fuck with Costco. We don't have a membership, but we got connections. What can I say? All you need is like one homie with a membership. That's all I'm saying. One homie with a membership. And then the whole squad gets to eat, you know? So I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable broth and cook it down a little bit. I just add some extra flavor. And salt. I like salt. I'm going to be real. They're going to see me extra iodized in the morgue one day. What's the weirdest thing you like to eat? Oh, I'm pretty vanilla, but I think some people would contest the amount of certain condiments I use is a little much. Like I use like a lot. Hello, I use a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Mustard, and I like it on my pizza, specifically cold pizza, because okay. But before I get flamed for this, if you think about the ingredients in a pizza, it's kind of like a cold cut sandwich. Just not a lot, a normal amount of mustard, maybe a little bit more than most people like. But like if you think about it, it's really like an open faced sandwich. It's got bread, it's got mozzarella, bro. It's got like whatever sausage, something like that. It does hit. It hits different. Listen, since I consume a lot of THC products, I've eaten a lot of crazy shit. But I think that's the craziest thing. Most people like guffaw at that. I don't know if I have any other food habits that are really like strange. You want a hot dog with that mustard type beat? Y'all need to be so serious. No, mustard is so goated. I love it. I am even on salads. Thank you, Rebels. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Mustard is really goated. Starfire is not wrong. Listen, you know it's what that's okay because people be drowning their pizza with ranch. Infinitely more acceptable, but infinitely more considered taboo is the mustard on the pizza combo. I'm telling you guys. Like, you don't even have to love mustard. Just give it a little try, and I'm telling you, it'll change your life a little bit. I cannot lie. Let's get this shit a little bit high. Young hoes do cook everything on high. And I want it to boil a little bit. And, listen, I gotta have this done in about 2 hours. Other things we have is I have this old jar of chili crisp that I've been wanting to get rid of. It just takes up space. And is non-dairy pizza good? Okay, so there was a period of time where like I did not eat pizza. Oh my god, hello Zay. How are you doing today? I personally used to when vegan cheese has improved a lot. I've been vegan for a long time. I think like 10 years now. And at first, bitch, I was eating that shit sans cheese. I'm gonna be real. That shit plastic. But now things are a lot better. So I honestly, it's either that or I have Stockholm syndrome. But truthfully, if you put enough mustard on it, anything's kind of edible. And delicious. So, and for those of you who just joined, we're cooking into bed. We're cooking into bed today right now. We got some, with some veg, okay, it's in veggie stock right now, but we got some, garlic and onions. It took me way too long, but she needs to stay on this hot pan. This hot pan is old as hell. But non-dairy pizza, it can be good. It really depends on where you get it. I find local shops, they know how to dress it up. Some of these ones that are like, added on, it's really an afterthought. You gotta work with the ingredients instead of like, you know, you can't treat it exactly like regular cheese. Cooking into bed. Cooking into bed! Listen, I am cooking into bed. And honestly, I was gonna do it in the kitchen, but I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to set this up? And I said, what if I just cook into bed? Actually, funny enough, in Mexico as well, as they put ketchup on their shit. Honestly, I had a friend in high school who really, really loved putting ketchup on pizza. Okay, I mixed up the crisp enough. These things, these are fine. If you ever get these chili crisps, I'm certain this is like some type of extremely non-authentic thing. The spicy is not fucking spicy, and it's been collecting dust in my pantry. I need to get out of there. But I do like a chili crisp. But we need this shit to move along. It's taking too long. So, but being vegan, it did introduce me to the craziest ingredient that low-key I hated at first, but I kind of fuck with it heavy. It's in like a lot of foods I make. I'm probably giving y'all like crazy anxiety about like leaning on the bed, but this shit is nutritional yeast. It's in a container, right? This shit, I don't know how to explain it. It does have a cheesy flavor, but I don't know about that. It just makes shit taste kind of really good. It gets hella addicting. And I put it as the base of cheeses because it does kind of have that flavor. But truly, mostly, it's really good for, like, adding a slight... Funk is the wrong word because it really doesn't have that. I guess kind of. It has a cheesy smell. Suspicious cheese... Exactly. And it's just like a yeast. A non-active yeast. So it's not going to, like, bloom a bread or anything like that. But it's bright yellow. And... another thing, this says no MSG. Don't you worry about that, babies. Don't you worry about that, babies. We're adding our own. If you don't got any MSG in it, we'll add our own. I love MSG. We love MSG here. Okay. Oh, it just went everywhere. Well, don't be afraid of the MSG. It's okay. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you. It's delicious. It makes everything taste so much better. MSG brand deal is crazy. Thank you, monosodium glutamate, for sponsoring this meal. I got you, Rami. Oh my god, y'all crazy. Okay. Delicious. I'll probably add more. I do really like MSG, and I also have no idea how much this is going to make. And I'm so sorry. I'm going to be using whatever noodles works the best in this situation. This is not, I repeat, this is not any type of authentic recipe. So now that we got this kind of going, I want to reduce it down just a little bit more, but it's on the highest it possibly can go. And this motherfucker is truly the little engine that could. So actually, while we're here, we're going to take a little intermission. For, hopefully it's legal where you are, but I gotta get rid of these because they're not really my my cup of tea. They're fine though. They're delicious. I really like Caminos. They're pretty cheap. They're very good. Pause. They're cheap here, but I know weed in general is kind of cheap in Michigan, so don't wanna shade nobody. I gotta go a little crazy. I wouldn't drink with this in the bed, but getting high, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I think we can add. We'll let it simmer just a little bit. We'll let it simmer and like all this steam everywhere. Honestly, thank God it's not too hot in here. I thought, oh yeah, I have an AC in here. We're all good. We're all good. Wait, hang on. Pompeii, baby. But, so, maybe, hopefully, you guys have had dinner. If you haven't had dinner yet, hopefully I'm not making you too hungry. I know some of y'all just woke up. Big ups to Hoshi for hanging out, even though where he is at, it is morning. It's a rise and shine type of beat. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Sorry for being a little late. My camera and everything fell on me as soon as we started. Womp womp. So, and for Instagram, for no reason, it started without audio. So, we restarted that shit. Instagram, it don't really matter like that. It's really good at, like, saying, oh, this person's live again. Like, it's really good about that. YouTube and Twitch aren't as forgiving. Aren't as free. Everything was trying to attack me, Rami. It was evil. It was evil and fucked up. It showed my toes and everything. I think it was from Big Toe. They were trying to, like, show my feet to YouTube. Oh, this is a really long wig hair. Oh my god. I know I did those 2 fucking bathtub lives at the house sitting I was. Do you know how much long ass... I am on YouTube. I'm Jillian Thrill. Everywhere, baby. Everywhere. But I had to scoop up... Oh my god, ouchie. Did I burn myself? No, it's finally... Oh my god. Okay, pause. I got stung by an assassin bug a while ago, and I had its stinger in my finger for literally, like, weeks. It just came out. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hello, Zay, over on YouTube now. I'm chilling like a villain over here, for real. Let me see if I can get you guys. Wait, hang on. Because on YouTube, you can't really see my pan. But actually, this is probably more stable than, This is probably more stable anyway. It will make steam the fuck off my makeup, though. Actually, I didn't put the sealant on, so if my face starts melting, we gotta mind our own business on that. But, oh, it's actually reduced down good. It's reduced down good. We can add other stuff now. I'm gonna add some nutritional yeast, and I add a lot of this shit, so do as I say, don't do as I do. You know, add just a healthy amount. Probably like a third of a... I think I do like a third of a cup, but I don't want that top shit on this lid, because I store all flowers and stuff in there, but I just don't want it to get everywhere. And then we're gonna mix that boy in. Hang on, let me hold it up. Yes. Yes, my yellow, my suspiciously yellow baby. Oh my god, like how, this makes me feel like I'm making a minion stew. Y'all ever see that post where they were talking about how minions are all cloaca? That was fucking crazy. Or tough skin and they have a cloaca. I'd be thinking about that sometimes. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta turn this shit down now. Oh, perf. Okay. What else do I need? Let me get my ingredients plate. I'm gonna add some black pepper just because it's already here. Ooh, I don't have paprika, but I don't really need it. I have the crisp. I'm doing an easy meal today. Maybe we'll do something a little bit more elaborate. You saw a theory that they're on Valium? Pause. I need to know about this theory that the minions are on Valium. This is fucking crazy. Also, thank y'all for being so patient about, cooking. Well, that was way too much, seasoned salt, but we'll get to that another day. So, minions are on Valium, you say. I'm interested. If anybody wants to know why the minions are on Valium... Oh, and I always add a little lemon pepper, because if you want it to taste cheesy... Know that they're living Valium pills! Okay, now I'm more interested. Well, I was interested about the concept of, minions on Valium as well. We can put that over there. Lemon pepper. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this trick. This nutritional yeast and lemon pepper, kissy, tastes like cheese. Once you get the ratio right, because it's got that, I know it sounds crazy, but it's that slight sourness and whatever the fuck they got on this suspicious powder. Hello, everyone who just came in on Instagram. Thank you for stopping by. I'm cooking in my bed today, guys. And then I'm just gonna... Oh, There we go. Whoa, mama. You know what's crazy I'm going to say about the Minions? I think it because they're DreamWorks, right? No. What are... Okay, whatever they are, they made a big fumble when they were like... Okay, so they kind of hit that... Lemon pepper is like crack. Illumination. So Illumination really should not have addressed where the Minions were in the 40s. They could have just been like, oh, you know, this shit didn't happen, but they were like, in the 40s, they were in Antarctica, so they couldn't pick a side. Girl, you could have just said World War II didn't happen in Despicable Me Land, or Despicable Me verse. This is coconut milk. Sorry for any unnecessary plop sound. Oh, it all went in there. It is kind of hilarious though, because there is like a cosplay I know my one friend really wants me to do from Minions specifically. They really want me to do Scarlet Overkill really bad. Oh, and of course it's Izzy. But crazy enough, it's the first character she's suggested without my toes out in a long time. Oh man, she didn't stop by. I'll tell her about it later. Okay, so I just put, it was like 2/3 of a can of coconut milk because I used the other ones earlier. Hello! I'm cooking. Let her cook. But I'm just gonna get this little bowl of consolidated coconut milk and I'm going to let it, dissolve. And then I'm gonna add the chili. No toes, maybe she was mistaken then. I agree. Frankly, oh, what if I stretch out my legs? It's gonna be very unnerving, but no one will see them. This is the craziest setup. Y'all, I thought I was crazy for doing bathtub streams. I think this is the craziest one. Ooh, I could do painting. Y'all ever want to do painting with a twist? I've done it for a bachelorette party. It was really fun. But in my defense, I've not seen the Minions movie, so if Scarlet Overkill does show feet, I don't know about it. I do know there was a character named Jillian in one of the Despicable Me movies. But I've only ever watched the first one. And I do bop that song that they made with Pharrell. That shit went crazy. That I'm having a bad, bad day. It's about time that I get my way. That song, I cannot lie, it goes hard into paint. I used to sing that, or not sing it, I guess sing it too, but I used to play that shit when I was on my way to work, at Starbucks. Because it kind of really, like, I don't know, it compartmentalizes the experience of it all. Let me turn this up a little bit. As we know, young hosts cook everything on high, so we're turning it back to high. Hopefully this edible will hit soon. They did have heaters in that fucking soundtrack. I will be so for real. Sorry, I left it. It's also really runny right now, but that will change because I want it to be a little runnier because I'm gonna cook the pasta in it. I know it's a sin, but hey, I only had, when I was living out of my car, I only had one burner. Tina? No. One burner. So I had to cook the pasta in the pasta water. Oh my god, I have this like hair. I always have like mystery hairs on my face. And it's like, especially when I put on a wig, because whenever I trim it, okay, maybe y'all who wear wigs can help me with this. So I thin out the edges as all cosplayers do. And it leaves debris, and it takes so long to get out, but I don't know a way of like getting it out of the hair that doesn't like destroy the styling. I don't know. Maybe I need to take my time and brush it out before styling it. It's probably what it is. Okay, so I'm not gonna grab all the oil, but we're gonna put the mound of chili in, and we might add more. This says it's spicy. Well, my body will find out tomorrow how spicy it actually is. Girl, you are not welcome back in here. I'm sorry. Oh, we're gonna need more than that. We're gonna need more than that. It didn't even tint the paint. It's gotta be much spicier. She is just yelling and scratching at my door. Sorry. I'm sorry, Clue. Oh, my angel. I can't. I literally am creating the biggest fire hazard. You cannot be in here. But I'm going to make a chili crisp. So now it's kind of this like off orangey color. Are the noodles just ramen? No, because I didn't have any more. So I have this like these Aldi fusilli pastas. If again, I'm gonna put you guys on Steam. I'm gonna put you on Ball if you guys don't know already. I know a lot of you guys. Listen, we're doing struggle meals lately. I get it. Times are tough, and tough keeps timing. If you guys get a chance to, and you have an Aldi in your area, Aldi has very cheap and affordable staples. I do highly recommend, especially for someone on a fixed budget. So, I do appreciate Aldi for that. And because I'm eating this, I'm going to be tasting it as much as I want. So, I hope no one feels, oh, whoa. I hope no one feels like I'm being super nasty, but I'm going to be tasting it. It is what it is. Could use salt. You know what I also could use? Sorry. Actually, that's a good amount of chili crisp because I can taste it. I follow this one chili crisp recipe. I should have known. I should have known. I should have known by the way they looked that it was going to be not spicy. And it was not. It was mild. Mild is a strong word. It didn't even have a lot of salt. It didn't have any flavor. When people brand themselves a bit too healthy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, you can have healthy food that's delicious, but you know what I'm talking about, when food just looks a little too healthy. Not the chili crisp profile. Well, you know what? Sometimes I gotta. So I got this guy. They're fusilli, and they're made by, I don't know what that means. Okay. So I don't really know noodles like that. So they're kind of spirally, which I like spirally noodles. So I'm going to add a little bit more water just to thin it out a little bit more. Trust it will all go away. I'm not ruining it. Trust I'm not going to do that to you. But I need, actually I should have got a lid if I'm being honest, but we got to give you a little, these guys, these little fat fucks. I love them. And these ones are, may contain traces of soy due to crop rotation. Cavatappi? Honestly, if they're macaroni with 2 times more spirals, I'd probably fuck with them. I love a spiral noodle. Yeah, like, just give you a little close-up on these little fellas. Oh, wait, hang on. Influencer moment where they do this thing. Oh, yeah. See that shit? You see that shit? Delicious. Okay, well, I can't throw them. They splash, so let's remember that. Let's add this in here. And then just, I'm going to be very careful to not splash this all over myself. I'm also wearing white, so that's on me. Okay, well. But I did wear an apron. This crazy-ass screen-printed apron that I got as a gift. I think half the container should be good. Made in Italy. Maybe. I don't know. If anyone wants to call out, I mean, Aldi is private labeled, so who knows what it means. Which I'm good with that. White labeling, private labeling, whatever. It makes it cheaper. Alright, let's get that all in there. Now, I don't have a lid, which could be a mistake. So, it's definitely a mistake. So, we're going to boil the noodles in there. And then we will taste it. So right now I have a few minutes for it to boil. It's going to be a little al dente on the top, but I'm going to add a little bit more water. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, again, I'm not ruining the sauce, I promise. I promise. We're doing this in a way that requires 1 pot. And when all the water boils away after cooking the noodles, the sauce will remain the same. I'm telling you, except it'll be slightly thicker because of the pasta starch. So, I should give cooking lessons. You don't want my cooking lessons. I'm sorry, but you don't want my cooking lessons. I appreciate it. You're kind, but you don't want. I don't got motion like that in the kitchen. I'm good at cooking food that will feed me. And it tastes pretty good. But I won't eat food that tastes, I don't, okay, this is me being a little bit bougie, but like, not bougie, but like picky. I don't like, when food doesn't taste good, I don't want to eat it, so I have to like add a lot of spices. And thankfully I used a lot of chili crisp in this, but like, I like food with a lot of spices in it. What can I say? I like food with a lot of spices in it, so we're gonna let this boil for, it says 10 minutes. So let me, it's been like 2 minutes. So let's give it, what a hot take. Sick and twisted. But yeah, I like food that tastes good. Crazy. But yeah, I would like sit here and just hold it so you guys can see it. But the steam is really overwhelming right now. So we're just gonna let it sit and boil for approximately 7 more minutes. And then we'll see. So quick meals that are easy, 1 pot. I do like a meal that only takes 1 pot, but I will dust off a few things. Also for protein, which I know you guys are probably wondering, well, what else are you putting in there? Just noodles? Sometimes, yes, if I have those fancy noodles. But these little buds, I'm sorry, they're pre-cooked. Well, they were pre-cooked here. I didn't buy them pre-cooked. But I have little tofu cubes that are all baked and delicious and golden. And I'll eat them just like that, because tofu is delicious. It's a perfect food. It's delicious. I don't know what it is. Large celery. I love tofu too. I'm glad we have tofu lovers. I'm gonna get my water now. My water and my vape. I'll hold that with my foot and then. Delicious. Some refreshing water, and then I'm gonna stir this so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Just let it cook a little bit. Oh, there we go. So, sorry for the cooking stream being so delayed. I was not here Tuesday. I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I also had a lot of stress, and I'm so sorry. But I will be better about it. Real quick, while I have you guys. Next Thursday, I will be gone. I will not be here. However, I will be in Chicago. Ow. I will be in Chicago. Depending on when I get back from a photo shoot in Chicago, I was thinking I could do like a little live stream in the hotel if you guys are down for that. Otherwise, we may have to skip, but I think it'd be really fun. I could bring my lights and we can hang out and maybe, one of my many roommates who I'm sharing this hotel room with will want to do it with me, maybe. And we can have some fun. We're going to be at Anime Magic. So for those of you who are going, we're going to be there. We're going to be partying it up. I like Anime Magic. I saw someone on Reddit say, I don't go on Reddit very often, so don't hold my breath. Don't hold your breath. You can't hold my breath. It's physically impossible. But the Anime Magic has this like retro feel to it. Like it feels like cons from like 10 years ago. Which if that's true, I didn't go to cons 10 years ago. Then hell yeah. If that's not true, you can throw a rock at my head. And you could just beam me right in the dome with it. Actually, I think these noodles are already... That makes sense that they're half cooked. It has been about 5 minutes. So, it is what it is. My god. Time goes by so much faster when you're cooking. It's crazy. But I guess, like, sometimes I'll put you on game. If you guys ever get a little high or a little tipsy in cooking, that's kind of the best way to do it. I love making a big pot of nonsense when I'm high. I'll, like, start, like, I'll be like, oh, what am I making? And then by the end of it, I'm just like, here's dinner, and it's been 4 hours. Hello, Kevin! I'm cooking dinner into bed. I'm cooking dinner into bed today. So if you see the steam, don't be alarmed. The pot's right here. You just can't see it. But, right now, I'm just letting it cook down. But But I love doing that. I love doing it. Like, I think my favorite things to cook. Oh, I don't know. I kind of have a little bit of everything. I love to bake. I bake a lot of bread. Welcome to Starbies. You want stars or bees? Do you want me to bring back Kevin just for you? Kevin and I, my lovely former coworker. I miss you, Kevin. Welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you today? All right. Can I get you anything else? Okay, I'll see you around at the window. Thank you. There you guys go. Oh my God. Whew, it's tough. It really takes me back. It really takes me back. Oh my God. It's really cooking in here. Originally, I was going to do this with green onion. We did not have green onion, so it's white onion, unfortunately. I personally am going to add a little bit more chili to it, because it's still looking a little, well, maybe I should wait till it boils down. Stop, Kevin. You're making us feel old. I miss you, though. Oh my God. Clue's about to beat down the fucking door. My memory is Garbo. No, you're fine, Kevin. I loved working with you. You were always awesome. You were always my favorite, one of my favorite people to work with. We're Kevin Trout stan. I am, at least. Delicious. I might add some more lemon pepper, because as it is said before, lemon pepper is kind of crack. Where is it? To my side. Hello, everyone who just came in. It is nice to see everyone here. I appreciate you guys just stopping by, even if it's just to say hi for a little bit. Y'all are so silly and have probably a lot to do. It is a Thursday night, which I will say, cosplayers, I've been a cosplayer for a long time now. Well, it's not that long, but I've cosplayed for a bit now. I will say, what are we making? We are making Peter was the goat. I agree. We are making chili noodles right now. It's boiling off the excess fluid because I'm doing it fluid. Ew. Boiling off the excess water and cooking the noodles, not excess fluid. That was gross. And we're making like a little chili crisp noodle moment with coconut milk and all that jazz. And I'm going to add my tofu to it in a minute because I personally like tofu with it. I used these noodles, but they could be any noodles because we're not going for Oh my God, are we having a Starbucks reunion right now? This is crazy. Hello, Tez. I'm sincerely about to cry. I miss you guys so much. I'm sincerely about to cry. Okay. Yo, let me hit my bong. Please. So, it's almost cooked down. I'm going to see if the noodles are actually cooked, though. Because it's almost been 10 minutes. Sorry, we're having a little Starbucks reunion. This is crazy. Okay, hang on. Let me take a little bite. I'll take a little bite. Hot. Hot. Very hot. Not cooked yet. A little, al dente. Not too bad, though. I miss you guys so much. I'm so happy that both of you are here. And Alex is here somewhere. He's floating around. So, we're gonna have a little... I can't believe we're having a little Starbies reunion. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna take a swig. Burn the fuck out of my finger. It's okay. We're gonna add a little, just bit more water because the noodles do need a little bit longer. And you know how it is. Hoes be cooking everything on high. It is what it is. I used to keep this in, oh my God, when I used to have that fuck-ass truck. Y'all, I used to drive a truck. I know. But was it really a truck? Let's analyze. It is a, you know like those, okay, you know those like fuck-ass Jeeps that have a bed? Are still with the old crew? Like Mark and Rose and them? Yeah, they're still my best friends. Oh my God, the truck. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to put this out for you. You got to use your own discretion if you think this is a truck. I feel mixed ways about it. I don't feel like it's a real truck, but it does have the ingredients to be one. But you guys know the artist formerly known as the Jeep Scrambler, which is a Jeep but with a bed. So they have a new name for it, but in like when they first launched the Jeep with that way back, I think in like could have been the 80s, they called it the Jeep Scrambler. cool because Wrangler, Scrambler, right? Ford did that with the Explorer, and they called it the Auto Track. So I had a a Sport Track. So it effectively had 4 seats, but then a really tiny bed where you could barely fit a lawnmower in it. I know because I moved a lot of stuff and a lot of people's stuff in that truck, right? Anytime someone needed help moving, I was there with my stupid ass little truck, because at the very least it did technically have more room than a trunk or a cabin, but on a technical basis. So is it a truck? In concept. In design, not really. It's just an SUV. But it died, kind of. So, hear me out. One day I was driving and I pulled into the driveway, and then I could no longer reverse it. It just fucking... But sometimes, okay, this something pissed me off. If I turned too far to the left, it would just stall. And then I asked about that, and they said, yeah, it's something that could just happen. If I turn too far to the left, it just stalls out. That could just happen. Yeah, it just happens. Okay, it's a feature, I guess. If I want to stall out my car, if I turn the wheel all the way to the left, it'll stall, and then I successfully stalled out my car. But it stopped working. So me and the homies pushed it into, because we were in a rental house. I mean, I still am in a rental house, just a different one. A rental house, and we pushed it into the garage. We shut the garage and said, we'll fucking deal with that later. I ended up telling my parents, I'm like, hey, this truck, we pushed it in there and said, we're gonna worry about that later. And we get in there, and I was just like, hey, my brother comes to look at it. He puts transmission fluid in it. And mind you, it had sat so long in the garage. Like, so long, because I was like, hey, Dad, it stopped working. He's like, okay, we'll deal with it later. Later comes, but I think that's like 8 months later. And my brother comes by, and he puts, like, transmission fluid in. All of it pours onto the sidewalk. It just does not hold it. So clearly there's an issue with the transmission. One could have discerned by that by the fact that it would not switch into reverse. But listen, my family is known for a lot of things. Intelligence isn't always one of them. So we get there. He chooses that he doesn't want it, but after he plays a runaround, it's just a whole nightmare because we won't get into it. Fast forward, I have to move. Well, what am I gonna do? I gotta get this fucking truck out of there. We get a tow truck to pull it to here and take it into... This place doesn't have a garage. Just take it into the backyard. It then sits even longer in our fucking backyard. Just chilling. Because there's no... I don't have a garage. It's just a backyard. So it's just sitting in the backyard. Till my brother-in-law is like, hey, yo, there's this dude named Frank and he wants to buy the truck. I say he wants it. Well, he wants to come and look at it. So he comes and looks at it. I say the transmission hasn't gone. This shit hasn't started in well over a year. He takes a good look at it. He said, I'll take it. Bro comes back with his truck, pulls that shit off, and he's like, bye. Just some dude named Frank took it. And it's gone now. It's out of my hands, out of my hair. I said, thank God it's gone. So, yeah. Thank you, some dude. And shout out Frank. And guess what? Frank got that shit to work, though. Frank fixed it himself. He's now using it. So big W to Frank that works with my brother-in-law, who just showed up and was like, yeah, I'll take it. Bro didn't even really look at it for real. He just wanted it. Could be the Punisher. What if... Well, I will say, I don't know if this man... Well, you know what? I'll say he could be retired. Frank really did his big one. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. He was really nice. He almost said 3 things. He didn't... He said... he said, how's it going? He looked over and he said, I'll take it. And then he said, I'll call you. And he's like, well, actually, no, my brother-in-law said he'll call my dad. So. It's cooked. It's time to add the tofu. Right, never doubt. You know what? And I shouldn't have. Well, they said, Frank's gonna come look at it and see if he wants it. My first thought is like, ain't no way he's gonna want to fuck this car. Pause. Ain't no way he's gonna fucking want this car. There's no way. Let alone did I think he was gonna take it off the property within like a week, maybe. Okay, we're gonna turn this shit way down. But like, I was just like, he just said, my brother-in-law, my dad calls me and said, yeah, Frank said he wants it, so we're gonna give him the title and shit. And I said, get it out of here. I don't want to see it in again. And I never did. But Frank apparently drives it. I'm just wondering if what if my brother-in-law throws a party one day and I have to see it again? Though I don't know if him and Frank are actually close. I think he's just like, hey, I have this car that my father-in-law doesn't want. And my sister-in-law, I guess, yeah, his sister-in-law doesn't want. And I have a huge age gap with my siblings. So, like, I'm sure I wasn't exactly the person he expected to have, Alright. She's cooked, my friends. She's cooked. And that didn't even take as long as I thought. Damn. And we cooked it. I should try it for you guys, right? I think that's like the next feasible set. I'm going to wait till the hot pan is cool enough to easily move. And I'll let the noodles cool down. But, like, I shouldn't have doubted him. I shouldn't have. Because he was just like, okay. And he pulled that shit out of there, and I never had to see it again. And he didn't fuck up the fence like AT&T did. AT&T fucked up our fence. And when we got the truck originally moved from there, fucked up our neighbor's front yard in the old place. It was just not a good time. It was just not a good time. Ooh, it smells good. I want some so bad, guys. All I gotta do is wait like 5 minutes. Big back activities. But I already have a bowl here. I'm gonna move everything out of the bowl. Oh, it's coconut milk. I was like, what is this? It's coconut milk. But, yeah. Fuck that truck, though. Because, I'm gonna be real, it kind of started having, like, severe problems. But not as bad as, actually, yeah, we have been, like, Alex's car's had some issues recently. But it's all been cleared up. Okay, so we had it, Katsu, not this past year, but the prior year, a cable went in the engine, and it caused us to break down in rural West Virginia. But we were in, like, walking distance within a garage, and they just started doing rental cars, so it ended up being fine. It overheated on the side of 696. Lovely. We love that. And then he had to get his AC or the whatever coolant thing repaired. I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna be 100%. Tires, but that's kind of normal. What's another crazy? Oh, we just recently got in an accident, but that's okay. He was able to fix it with a socket wrench. Now it just has this one ding in the middle of the thing, but in like a messed up grill cover. But other than that, like, it's completely fine. And the Ford Bronco we ran into took like no damage. Bro looked like probably the equivalent if someone threw a tennis ball or maybe a baseball at it kind of hard, and that was it. Hello, everyone who just came in. I have just finished cooking my dinner in my bed. And my cat is yelling at the door. And I hope everyone is doing well. I expected, honestly, so you guys liked cooking streams. I will have it maybe the angle better so you guys can actually see my pot regularly. My pot! But this is the first time I've done this, so it's like a little trial. I don't know if you guys would ever want me to do bread, because that's something I'm a little bit more known for, but I would have to, like, prove all the bread beforehand, so it would be just, like, the braiding and, like, the post stuff. It wouldn't, like, because I was like, you guys don't want to, like, what are you going to do? I'm going to set you in front of it and just watch it, like, slowly rise. Like, I don't know how. I think the only one that would work for would be, there's a couple breads that I think take like 45 minutes to an hour to rise. So technically speaking, we could do those. Hang on. Pause. So we'll figure it out. I wanted to do chili noodle because I didn't know how long it would take, and chili noodle is pretty quick dinner. A little too quick, I fear, but that's okay. Oh, and my vape fully charged. Uh-oh. My kitty's angry. But it could have been Frank Castle for all I know. So here we go. So I think next time we could do something a little more elaborate. A little more elaborate. Probably try to stick to one pot. What are you guys thinking? That is true. My streams are only like 2 hours. So we could do some bread or some baking, provided it doesn't take too long. Hello, cheers! I am doing great. How are you in Spain? Not how are you in Spain. Like, geographically, I get it, but quick eats aren't an issue. Honestly, you're right. I really like, ooh, I can almost taste it. I just did a full pot of chili noodles. I added quite a bit of chili crisp, so hopefully, you know. I also did not want to do any chopping. That also made things a little quicker, because I'm gonna be 100% for you. There's sometimes I watch like someone who will stream cooking, and sometimes that noise drives me absolutely nuts. Sometimes they have a good setup for it, where the mic will pick it up in a way that's not. You're hungry now? I'm sorry. Well, I'm about to taste it in about 5 minutes, so if you got something to snack, you can snack with me. It'll be like we're having a little like picnic. Sometimes when I hear people chop, it like sounds really good, and I'm like, oh, good cooking sounds. Not like ASMR type style, but like, you know, like I like watching like cooking shows and stuff. But then sometimes it's so loud and sharp that I'm like, I want to turn their audio down, but it's also like I can't hear what they're saying. So it's like 6, 7, you know, it is what it is. I think this is hot enough to move. Oh no, it's not. Not hot enough to move yet. But I can put some in a pan, and I can try it. Oh yes, let's get a little. I'll show you guys it in a bowl, so it's not just in this pan. I don't have a fork. That's okay. Chat will subsist. I have this little spatula. MasterChef is the only one we've got here. I like chopped. Chopped is really fun. If you ever get a chance to like, and it's not always perfect, but here you go. It's really steamy. But it's just these spiral noodles, some tofu, and some chili mac, effectively. But I really like chopped because I like the challenge of having only a few ingredients. That shit puss. Well, I knew I was gonna like it because I've made it before, so I'll give you guys a little bite without my fork, with my little spatula. You can have a little bite. You guys ate that quick. Saw a couple clips on TikTok. Nom. I really, really like chopped. I used to watch it when I was a really little kid. 1 out of 10, rate my own pasta. For me, I would say this is a solid. It is pretty simple, so there's not too much going on. So I'm going to give it a 5 to 6. Like, this is good. I'd eat it. But I've made better noodle dishes. So probably like 6. Maybe even a 7. For like how brief it was, you know? Maybe a 6 or a 7. Maybe. But yeah, it's good. But it's also like, it's pretty simple. It's just cream. Coconut cream. Some chili. Listen, I'm gonna be real. I've had tastier pasta in my life. I've also made my own pasta before. It's just cream. no other ingredients. It's just coconut cream and noodles. Oh, do you know what I had for the first time this weekend? And chili crisp, which I really like chili crisp, which I use most of it, so it's almost gonna be out of my pantry. They make these little Dole cup ice cream, or it's not ice cream, it's like a sorbet. Where have these been hiding my entire life? I tried them for the first time on the weekend, and I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't have dairy in it, so I can eat it, and I can't, because I can't eat dairy. But I tried it, and I said, that shit was so good. I don't even know what flavor it was. I didn't care. It was delicious. That was the flavor. Let me see if I can find it. I can't. I'm using my phone. Oh my god. This is just like camping when I can't look something up. But I have to be 100% honest. I'm not a mukbang person, so I'm probably not going to sit here and mow in your guys' ear. I won't do that to you. I just wanted to give a taste test. Also, I don't have a fork. This is a spatula, so... You're the first lactose person I've seen that actually doesn't eat dairy. Listen. When I'm telling you, I don't eat dairy for... Well, also, I'll get into it. But, sometimes I just need to enjoy food. I do. I love food and I love cooking. I am, in my heart, if I could eat and cook all day, I probably would. I love to cook. Some days, I'll have like a Sunday or something where I have nothing planned, and I just make a really elaborate breakfast or a really elaborate dinner or lunch or something. And I was like, I'm going to make all of these really annoying little parts. I'm going to fry this up and do this and make like really elaborate meals just because sometimes I need to funnel that energy into something. So... I really do just enjoy food a lot. So actually, like, I was really excited when some of y'all wanted to do a cooking stream, and I was like, oh, no, just kidding. I have cat ears, so I don't know. I am not from the EU. I am from, Michigan. I'm from, the United States. But I don't eat dairy because it'll really, like... You fuck up some cream from cheese on anything. Actually, I have friends who will be like, they'll be like, oh, it's time for... They know that they're accepting the gurgle. They're accepting the gurgle. They know that they're going to have tummy issues, but they're just like, I'm going to eat it anyway. And I have to say, y'all are like crazy positive for that because I'm such a baby when I have a tummy ache. I'm such a baby. Like... I guess it's because, like, I had them, I don't know. I just don't like having a tummy ache. Or I don't like feeling nauseous. I can deal with, like, a slight tummy ache. But if I'm feeling nauseous, oh my god, I'm out of commission. I'm like... The entire time, I'll, like, sit there and just drool like a stressed out dog or something. I'll just, like, drool. And I'll sit there and I'll just lull back and forth. Bloody Mind, Michigan, part of the... No, I'm from... Oh, yeah. Yes. Sorry. My water bottle just made the craziest noise. Yes, Estados Unidos. Yes. I'm so sorry. My bad. I saw EU and I was thinking of European Union. That's my apologies. And hellos! Sorry. If it sounds like I'm talking within my head, just for people who are slightly newer, because I've seen a lot of new faces tonight. I simulcast on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. No, you were so right. I got what you're saying. Weirdly enough, before I dropped out of college, my minor was in Spanish, so I was like, I recognized it eventually. I was like, oh no, Estados Unidos. I get what you mean. So you are totally golden. Do not worry about it. So I'm just gonna be like sitting here. We just cooked together. I took an edible a little bit ago, and so it's starting to hit. I'm gonna be so for real. So now I have to look at all this food. It made okay. Also, you guys saw how much food, like how much ingredients I used. That made a lot of fucking food. I just want that to be clear. That made a lot of food. So when I'm telling you, there are plenty of ways to eat kind of relatively cheap. And still have a good bulk tummy filling meal. And this is an easy one. I would not, okay. Chili Crisp is great. I would recommend going to an Asian market specifically for them. They have better options. This one is kind of shitty, but if you get a not shitty Chili Crisp, it'll taste even better. This one I had to use a lot because it's not particularly flavorful. But... So yeah. So, you could do it on a budget. We'll say it that way. Sorry, I gotta adjust. I haven't gotten a correct setup yet, but I'm getting there. Guys. But I'm going to be, really excited. I think Tuesday we'll probably just chill and hang out together. I have figured out a way where I can do games sometimes. It's probably not going to be a regular thing for me because I'm not good at video games. But we can do it sometimes if we want to do something a little bit more relaxing. I can show you that knee surgery game that I told you guys about. About the one that's like it has been found. The knee surgery game has been found. It is free still. It is online still, despite the purge of Flash, everything. He stands. The knee surgery game. And I showed it to Alex, and Alex was like, and I described it exactly how it was. Because when I was just like, not everyone had to do that, because I did it when I was in like, I think 3rd or 4th grade, though it does say that it was not for that age group on it, and I don't know if that might have changed since I was a kid. Now it says like, I think like 7th grade. So it might have just been one of those free game options and teachers just weren't paying attention, or it wasn't on it necessarily, or it might have been re-rated, because it is kind of like you are just doing a surgery. It takes you step by step on how to do a knee replacement. You even got to paint the knee. See, and I remember that part exactly because it's like this orange stuff or yellow where it just like they put it all over your knee. And it was a 65-year-old patient, and I remembered that exactly too. So we are so locked in with knee surgery. I don't think anyone would want to watch that, but it is pretty short. It's just like a click-a-majig at the end of the day. I lied, I'm having another bite. You guys can fight me on it. But I think that'd be really fun. Or I can do like, if I'll talk to the homies, because I'm pretty good in ones where I get to hang out with people. You do not want to rely on my level of gaming knowledge, which is 0. Just as an FYI, I am infuriating to watch play games because I played a lot of video games. I am just really, really bad at it. It takes me a long time. And that's why like little Flash games can be super fun. So if I could find ones that bring back nostalgia, I'm gonna see if there's this one specific. Okay, this one is not a game, but there's this one like it's like edutainment stuff, and one of them was like a thing on how to make candy, and the only thing I remember in it is if you put the temperature too high, it goes like, "This is burnt candy. I do not like burnt candy. We don't like burnt candy." And it kind of just does this, but it has this sort of like, it's like, "I don't like burnt candy. We don't like burnt candy." It's kind of like this weird like voice. And then there's this pickle making game. So if this sounds real, tap in. If it's okay. So there's this pickle making game, and you kind of had to do recipes for pickle. And they had this crazy soundtrack that played over that was like a do 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 a do do do, and if in the dude's foot with like the little scientists, because they were all in white coats, you're trying to make the perfect pickle, and the dude's foot would go like to the beat of the thing and go do 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 do, and he would like tap his foot to the sound in the game, and you would have to balance the salt levels and the temperature levels of the pickles. If that's ringing a bell for anyone. If it's ringing a bell. But perhaps not. I don't remember many other games, but I remember the pickle making one. Because if you make it wrong, it has this little animation of an ambulance showing up. If someone doesn't find it, I swear to God, it would have like, if you put the temperature up too high and the salt level I think too low, it'll go. It'll have like a little ambulance show up, and it's like, dog, death by pickle is crazy. It's like, you got food poisoning. I love that one. It's kind of like cool math games, but it was all like the games around food science. There was one where you could zoom in on bread and look at the molecules in bread. It was kind of cool. There was that one with the robot and the guy. And I don't know if they're like friends, brothers, or lovers, so I'm not gonna make any conclusions, but you guys know what I'm talking about? He was like this dude and this robot. Brain pop! Thank you, Rami. Rami the goat. Okay. So, I don't... Tim and Moby! Yes! I don't know the nature of their relationship. But Tim and Moby, yes! So, my favorite thing about, they did this, like, all different types of subjects, if I remember correctly. It was, like, kind of all over the map. But I remember specifically there was one they sat and had me do. And it was, like, about social things. Because when I was a kid, I, like, didn't talk to other kids. And my teacher had me do the one about, like, it wasn't about shyness necessarily, but it was about, like, social anxiety and stuff. But Tim and Moby had a lot of stuff for kids with, like, different stuff, like, when it came to either, I think it was, like, math and science and stuff like that, but they also had things for, like, learning disabilities, and they also had stuff for, like, socialization issues. And when I was a kid, it's not like I had a socialization issue. I was just really, really, really shy, and I just would not talk to other kids at all. Like, I wouldn't even, I would, like, I think I would go in the entire day without talking. Like, unless I was, like, asked something by, like, the teacher or something. I was very, very quiet when I was a little kid. So, like, I had to play a couple of those games. And then once I started talking, everyone wanted me to shut up. You see what I'm talking about? It is what it is. It is the axe we grind. To yap or not to yap? That is the question. But I love Tim and Moby. I love those really good resources, edutainment things for kids. I feel like we're losing spaces for kids online, and it's sad. Kids need stuff like that too. It's good for them. I'm trying to think of other ones that were really fun. Barbie had really, really great games on Barbie website. And there was this one that it was harder to get to. But I liked all those makeover games. I cannot lie. Oh! Fuck. Nickelodeon. Back when, I don't know if they still have games on Nickelodeon.com, but when I was a little kid, they had games. And specifically, there was this Invader Zim game that kicked ass. And it was based on that one episode where Zim is inside Dib's body. That game kicked ass. And you had to, like, pilot the little, like, thing. And, like, yeah, you had to beat Zim so he doesn't take over fucking Dib's brain. That shit was fucking gas. Cartoon Network had a fighting game with Teen Titans. That shit went crazy. I really, really liked that game, too. They should have honestly... Okay, well, I kind of, you know... Sometimes the Teen Titans are, like, shown in different ways, so I'm not trying to, like... I don't know what way is more canon. I personally like the OG Teen Titans series versions of them the best, but I think that's because that's what I grew up with. And Cyborg was always my favorite, and I like Cyborg the most in that. Oh, and Starfire. Starfire and Cyborg were always my favorite. My least favorite, we won't get on there. We won't get on there because it's not, whatever. We don't have to worry about it. But Cyborg and Starfire were always my favorites. I found Starfire kind of relatable in the sense that bitch loves mustard, and I can't get over that. I love Beast Boy. I love him. My least favorite low-key is Robin. I don't really fuck with him. I don't know what it is. There's something about him I'm just like... And he didn't do anything. I don't think his writing is wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I just don't fuck with him. What can I say? I just am saying we would not be friends. Also, maybe it was because I really liked Starfire as a kid. I'm like, she doesn't need to be with that dude. I don't... Whatever. Maybe I was just jealous. Maybe I'm like, he doesn't have a power. Why the fuck is he here? Like... Because if you think about it, in the way Teen Titans the animated series is, why is he there? He's not an alien. He's not a cyborg. He's not like something with some person with a supernatural power. He's literally someone who should be in like taking the HCTs or SATs right now. You could just make him go to school. He's just some kid. Like, is that crazy? Like, tell him to go to class. Tell him homeroom is starting. The fuck? Why is he here? Like, at least with, like, I understand with Batman, he's just rich, so he buys all this shit. This is just some kid. Hi. You know? But Teen Titans had an amazing fighting game. Go back to math class, indeed. Because I don't even know which one it is. Like, which one is he? Doesn't matter. Let's say he's the... Aren't they all circus trained or something similar? Oh my goodness. Hello! How are you? Sorry, I can't read that. You gotta let me zoom in with my special eyes. Okay, so Dick Grayson. Okay, so he's good at trapeze. Okay, put him in gym class. Let him stunt on all the other motherfuckers in gym class. What do you want? You reminded me. I'm so sorry. We used to have this person that would come in, and I hope they're doing okay. But they said that they were kidnapped by Master Shredder, and I've been worried about him. I hope he's doing okay. One day he'll come back and report that he's okay. He would just show up in my chat and then be like, tell the fuck the Ninja Turtles and say the Ninja Turtles suck so they'll free me from Master Shredder. I hope he's okay. I've been worried about him. What if Master Shredder really got him this time? What if he's never coming back? It's the things I worry about. Hello! Thank you for popping in. I hope everyone's having a great night. I made my food. Sorry, it's a little late. We did a cooking stream and I made some food. So now we're just chilling and having a little bit of dinner. We're having a little bit of dinner. I didn't have a fork, so I'm using this little spatula. Also, he couldn't go by Richard. Like, why is he going by Dick? Like, dude, like, well, they couldn't go by Richard? They call him Robin anyway. Oh yeah, this is my friend Richard. I think that might be... Wait. Hold up. Richard? Or he could have been Ricky? Little Ricky? You know? The singer? Dick was a popular nickname back then, but I'm always like, hello, how are you doing today? Or night, depending on where you are. It is night here, so I don't know why I led with day, but I hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you. I appreciate it. I kind of just did this right before stream because we cooked. Unfortunately, we are now eating, but we did cook, so I'll show it my little noodles and my tofu. Sorry, I also took an edible, so we're cooked in a little more ways. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. I've been really trying. Okay, actually, I'm gonna be this guy a little bit. I got to a place where I didn't really know makeup before. Like, I knew a little bit of makeup, like very basics when I started. It like, so for cosplaying, like day to day, I don't wear makeup. I didn't really before cosplaying. I wear makeup a lot more now. So I just, mostly because it kind of intimidated me. Like, a lot of people knew all these techniques and stuff, and I was just like, and everyone knew all this stuff, and every time I tried, it kind of looked whack. So I was just like, oh, I was always a very light makeup person. And then, like, cosplay, like, I was just like, oh, I could do very basic things, but it was also kind of like, that's all I could do, was just to look kind of normal. But I started experimenting a lot this year, and I appreciate getting such positive feedback because I really like doing makeup now. It's one of my favorite parts of getting into cosplay now. So, woohoo! Woohoo for me! Maybe not for my skin, but woohoo for me! Is that skin? Oh my god! Lane, you missed it. I was cooking in my bed. This is my bed, and I even got my plushies. I got the burner. Oh, actually, I can pick it up now. It's not hot anymore. Well, it kind of is, but I got my little hot pan. I had all my cooking supplies. But, oh, thank you. I appreciate it so much. I've been trying. I love doing makeup now. I used to, like, hate it because I always looked like a goofy little asshole. I was checking the gram and I know she were live. This is so awesome. I'm eating. I'm mukbanging right now. Okay. Can I pause? I'm going to say one thing. What is the food? I made chili noodles with tofu because I like tofu, but there's chili crisp. So like not this brand. I'm just telling you, it's not great, but chili crisp noodles. So with like a creamy, cheesy sort of sauce. Are we cooking with cosplay? Hell yes. Listen, I'm trying. And I love cooking. Cooking is one of my favorite things to do. But mukbangs, I used to eat with like cookbangs where they used to cook and eat when I worked at Starbucks, because sometimes when I would go home I'd be all by myself, so I would need someone to eat with. And then I feel like they got crazy and then everyone's eating these crazy amounts, but I was like, can I just watch someone cook something and eat with me? Does it have to be like and talk and shit? Does it have to be like food like this much into the thing? I'm like, that just shit is. And then like with the mic up there, like up in their like face, and you just hear and crazy ass. I'm like, can't we just get someone chilling over some food? My favorite thing to cook? That's a good question. I'm gonna be real. One thing I like to cook but I don't like to eat, I don't really like pancakes, but I love cooking pancakes. I find them really fun to make, especially I like making toppings along with it. So if I have some like fruit in the fridge or something that needs to go, I'll put it in with a syrup and make kind of my own toppings. Or like nuts is really fun to do it with, or anything of that. I like to cook. Or like a breakfast skillet I like. Or like a complicated sandwich. Oh my god, I love putting together a complicated sandwich. When I was my first university, I would watch Trisha Paytas mukbang videos when she would eat because it was less serious. No, honestly! I'm sorry. It make me like anxious, not less serious. Well, both. I love cooking a noodle dish too. Or pho. I really got into cooking pho once. Honestly, I needed like to eat with someone else. It like calmed me down so I wasn't all alone. Because I would get like, I worked really early in the day and then I would go to school before I dropped out. And then I would come home and everyone would be asleep and I'm just like, or like from theaters, and I would just be like, I'm all by myself. Scooby-Doo ass sandwiches? Yes, the fuck I do make Scooby-Doo. Like, I will make my own tofu patties. I'll get some avocado. I'll make like these complex sauces. I have made my own pickles, and I put pickles on everything, and I'll layer all this shit, toast the bread. Sometimes if I have the time, make my own bread. I love making a complex fucking sandwich. There's nothing that hits like it. Shrimp with garlic and lime. That sounds fancy. Big sandwich. I know, but you got me. No! See, Lane, because like there was a period of time where I truthfully, it was like once I left high school, I didn't want sandwiches like PB&J because I ate them every single day. But if it was a complex sandwich, it was like not the same. And I would always like, man, I like going to a restaurant, but like sometimes it's like I always go to a restaurant and get a fucking sandwich. But I'm like, these sandwiches are really good, but they're just sandwiches. There's no way I can't make this at home. So like I learned how to make different blackened seasonings because that's a really great for any protein. Doing that and then slicing it up and putting it on a piece of bread is already heaven. It's like, oh, cream sauces, like cream, like things like mayos and stuff like that. They're all just like the same thing, just with spices mixed into it. Oh, I can do that. Oh, avocado, I can cut my own avocado. It's just like, but once like there's something that like a good fucking sandwich does to me. There's something that it does to me that I just cannot, like. There was this, fuck you Aldi for it being an Aldi fine. Sorry, I love Aldi, but fuck you Aldi for this. Because it was one of those rotating products I'm not going to see forever. They had this red onion chutney. I don't want to explain what I would do for this fucking chutney. I'd commit crimes. This shit was so fucking good. And it would put me on this kick of making really complex sandwiches because chutneys are great on fucking sandwiches. So it's like, oh, with a toasted little sexy ass bun, I make my own patty, and I'm like, this shit goes crazy. Oh, I made pickles, so I have pickles. Oh, and with some crunchy ass lettuce. Obviously, we live in lettuce hesitant society right now, but think about it when we were at prime sandwich making form. Or some spinach and some avocado and some like crunchy onion, and then you just got this little bit of sweet chutney and a smoky mayonnaise. I'm dreaming about it. I'm gonna be dreaming about this fucking sandwich. I'm sorry. I guess sandwiches. I think my phone glitched. Either way, I gotta go because New York represents side. I love you. Happy stream. Thank you for stopping by and get some and put the sandwich on the phone. And also, for that, sorry, I'm just spreading it a little bit. Sorry, guys. Have fun and be safe in New York. I would like to see a cooking cosplay video. Oh, I should. I'm a foodie and I like watching. Delicious on Dungeon was amazing. I love Delicious. Dungeon Meshi. I love. Sorry. I love that. I wish there was more cooking based anime. I really just think there should be more. I think one, food always looks great animated. And two, it's fun. My ideal sandwich. Okay, we're gonna have to go like piece by piece because like truthfully, it's all about I like a sourdough bun generally, but I'll fuck up any rye too. So I think I'll just go with like a sourdough bun, and I make these really specific patties of these tofu patties, and I batter them and I cook them, and those are really, really good. They kind of taste like they're like a fried chicken base type of thing, and I think that would go stupid, or just my like typical sort of like normal marinated one. I put those on, and I'm bringing back that chutney. I'm digging deep into that chutney, a smoky chipotle sort of sauce. So like either with adobo pepper or something in it, like mixed in so it's nice and smoky, and then make it a little bit saltier. Spread that shit on there. I want some avocado on that bitch. I want some fucking red onion. Maybe a pickle. And then toasted, and for the love of God, if there's a panini press near me, press it. Squish it all the way down and give that little bit of crunch. So put like a little bit of oil on the bread so when you push it down, it like crisps up. It crisps up all good. Oh. Honestly, I do want more food making anime. Like, okay, we could say what we want. This is a judgment-free zone. I watched Food Wars. I watched Food Wars because I like to watch people cook. And I know there's a lot more than just that in Food Wars. I get it. But then I also got hooked on the little mini plots. Because what if I cared about the Aldini brothers getting their Mezzaluna back? I did. It's their family Mezzaluna. I did miss it. So. But I'll definitely do more cooking stuff. But I swear I did watch it for the cooking. Because there's almost no cooking anime. It's crazy. It's so frustrating because, like, I love cooking content. Or it'll be like, oh, we eat together at, like, lunchtime or some shit. Or it's like, this person next door makes food for me anime, which is great and cute and all that fun stuff. However, when are we gonna get more cooking stuff, though? It just kills me, because I think this is, like, animated food, like anime food, always looks so fucking delicious anyway. And I'm like, can't we just get more cooking stuff? Yeah, it's whatever. But I did watch it for the plot and for the food. I know there's a whole lot of other shit going on in that. But I do like watching. Also, I did like that all the food was cookable. So you could get a recipe for that episode and cook what they did in the recipe. And I thought, you could get the recipe of what they cooked in that episode. And I thought, that's really neat. That's pretty cool. I know there's a manga with RuPaul's Drag Race. It's like, I think it's like this. I don't remember if the plot is like this guy. I think he like learns how to sew or learns something through watching RuPaul's Drag Race. I think fashion, like learns fashion through RuPaul's Drag Race. So it's really fun to see an anime, RuPaul, which is just like, it's just so fun. I want more, like, I like those. Like, I even like How Heavy Are the Weights You Lift or whatever it's called. I like kind of the edutainment stuff. What can I say? I like learning a little bit about stuff while watching anime. Oh, Laid Back Camp is really fun. Like, even if someone said it's like, oh, it's just like camping and travel propaganda. It's like, well, I learned about these really cool national forests in Japan. Like it's relaxing and cute, and honestly, I learned some stuff. That's more than I can say about a lot of other stuff. I really, really like a lot of these anime themed cookbooks. And obviously, like, the Dungeon Meshi, like, little promo one or whatever is like it's not real food, so you can't really make it, but I just think it's really cool, especially when you have foodie characters. Like, let them have a little cookbook. Like, this is so-and-so's favorite recipe. I'd like that. Bugs Bunny once said, I think when you go to the movies, you should learn something, and I agree wholeheartedly. I didn't know that Bugs Bunny said that, but I also agree wholeheartedly. I think I need to, like, okay. For me, this doesn't have to be an everyone thing, but for me, when I watch a movie or anime or whatever, read, do whatever, play a game, it's like, to me, it shouldn't be like I have an experience that is just nothing. It should make me feel something. It should evoke something. It should teach me something. It should, like, and not to say art can't just be for fun and art's sake, but that's like where the entertainment thing comes in. Like, I should feel something. And I think if it's mid, it's kind of like the worst thing you can be. Like, because even if something is terrible in certain aspects, but it tried to do something, at least we, like, learned or had an interesting concept to it. Like, I use this a lot with horror movies, and I've watched things without high budgets, and I was like, well, this and this thing, you know, they tried it, and it, like, it wasn't, like, 100%, but it, like, they tried something new. It was a different angle. I didn't see that before. It was something worthwhile to add, and sometimes I'm always like, it's like, yeah, we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we also don't have to, like, just regurgitate things that have been done before. Yes. And honestly, the best art is often a nice balance with entertainment and education. I agree. And also, like, I think there's so many stories that haven't been told. Like, I always think, like, some people are like, oh, we're running out of things to talk about. That's why we're rebooting everything. It's like, no, because people come up with really vivid and cool things all the time. And we see that with a lot of indie studios and projects and things. We see, like, all these amazing creatives who were just lingering about. And I don't mean to be doomy about it, but then they don't get that recognition because they want to make sure things sell. But you got to remember, the things that sell that are no longer doing that, they took a risk in their day. Like, when this was initially released, it was not a guarantee that it was going to be this phenomenal, over-the-top guarantee. Like, it's always about risk, because art is inherently about being a little vulnerable. Like, whether you're making a schlocky action film that you're putting your heart and style in, that is something you risk in putting it out there, that it might be, like, mocked or something. Or if you're putting out a serious drama, that it might not hit or land. Or if you're putting out anything, like, you can, like, to put out any form of art, you have to be at least a little bit vulnerable. and that can be scary. And even in a monetary way, I can imagine it being scary. But if you don't challenge yourself in that way, it doesn't feel like art at all. And it, like, even it doesn't have to be that serious, but it is how, like, inherently the artist communicates with the person viewing it. It's because it's supposed to, like, make you interact with it. Like, that's why some shit, it's like people are like, oh, this feels soulless. It's like, you could tell because, like, you know, it doesn't mean anything to you. Like, you look at it and say, oh, this is objectively cool, I guess, but it doesn't really do anything, and then you never see it again. It is what it is. My favorite horror movie, I have to think about that. Not typical horror, I guess. There's a few horror movies I really like. And I'm gonna kind of give like a list of a couple of them because I like them all for different reasons. And some of them, they might not be classified as horror, but they all fit into this kind of vibe. I really, really love the original Night of Living Dead. That is my favorite zombie movie. I like it in black and white because that was originally what it was color graded for, but the colorization is also fine. I really just enjoy that movie. It's just fantastic, and I've never found a zombie movie I've really liked since. Aside from one that was like, it's like, it's not groundbreaking, but I'm not gonna say it's my favorite movie. I will say Creep, which I guess is more of a thriller, but that movie, I remember watching it way a long time ago. I stumbled upon it on Netflix. I hadn't heard anyone talk about it before, and I was literally watching every horror movie on Netflix because it was a borrowed account. And I watched everyone I could find, and I watched Creep, and I was so blown away, and I was like, this is so different than anything I've ever seen. And to this day, I've noticed a resurgence in its popularity and people talking about it again. It is an amazing movie, and I do think it's worth it. The sequel is also phenomenal. Different vibe, but it's like really, either way, it's really good. There's another horror movie I was gonna say. Oh, The Witch. Really love The Witch. It's a period piece. I'm a sucker for a period piece, especially one that goes the extra mile to put in effort for authenticity. When I also found that they used real text to form, like, from the time period to form the actual script. Like, they didn't produce any new words. They, like, grabbed sentences and things like that from old text so it can be as authentic as possible in telling this really fantasy horror sort of story about it with this, like, really cool moodiness, really beautiful. I love it. Kids horror movie, Monster House. I can't sleep on it. Monster House is an amazing horror movie for kids. Easily a cult classic. Oh, I'm missing something. And I'm gonna kick myself when I remember what it was. Oh, it's, The Ring. The Ring is one of my favorite old school horror movies that it's like, it's not a slasher, I guess, but it's like, I really, really like The Ring. From that generation of movies, it's such a time capsule, and I like the Japanese version and the American version. Both are good. The American version's clearly a love letter to the Japanese version. I love the Ring movies. And I think the only other, I'm trying to think. Not technically one, but Nightcrawler, phenomenal. It's more of that one is definitively like just a thriller, not a horror movie. Very good movie. Love it. And I'm trying to think of other horror movies I really like. I remember that one. The one was so spooky that it made me uncomfortable. It was so good as that's what I'm saying. Is like it made me, and actually of like the newer horror movies, I guess The Witch is like it. Lighthouse. I really, really like The Lighthouse. I know that that's not everyone's favorite. I'm not expecting a lot of people to love it, but I love The Lighthouse as well. Again, I don't know what things considered horror or not exactly, and where thriller lines up. I know that one is cosmic horror. Love that. It's really good. I also love the original ones. I think the original Friday the 13th um is the best of the original slashers. I think that one's my favorite. And it's just a really good movie on its face. Oh, and if you consider Alien, I know it's like considered sci-fi horror. That's another one. Sorry, I'm just like listing off movies I like. But for unique ones that I think is really cool is Invitation. It's a slow burn. That one is really cool. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's got a lot to say. It's a lot moodier, but it's a slow burn. It's very good. A really interesting sci-fi-y sort of horror is Await Further Instructions. It's a British studio. And I really like The Ritual for the same reason. Those ones, like, they're in their own special category because they tried something. And although they aren't perfect movies by any stretch, I love the creative choices they made. I love how they prioritize story building. They did a very good job. So those are just some. So that's me done being happy. And hello, everyone who just came in. It is just about to be 11, so unfortunately we're about to wrap this up shortly. But I'm going to have another noodle. But I really enjoyed cooking with you guys and talking about movies. I love movies. I wish I could watch more movies. Honestly, I wish I could watch more movies. Oh! I'm in cosplay. We gotta talk about some anime movies real quick. I know people are gonna read me for this, but I haven't seen Perfect Blue. I want to. Because I love Paprika. Paprika is one of my favorite movies. I used to, like, watch weird movies with my friends in college. And we called it What the Fuck Wednesdays, and we'd watch, like, a weird movie. Just a weird movie. Right? And I would bring some fucking crazy movies to this shit. Shit that was made on a camcorder. That I've never seen referenced again. Like a movie that was... I found a movie that was on Comcast Free Movies. Alright? I had to find, like, a tertiary source of where to watch it online. And it was made by someone in fucking 2003... and out of like a camera, like a camcorder that has a borderline and like technically they still have a website, but it's like an old ass website. So it's like I find heaters of just strange esoteric art house type of movies. And one motherfucker is like, we're gonna watch Paprika. Paprika is not wild enough to be on par with the fucking shit I found online. Pre-Tubi. Well, Tubi probably existed, but like before it was Tubi at large, how we know it today. But the thing that gagged me is Paprika ended up being one of my favorite movies. Paprika is phenomenal. Love it. Eat your heart out, Inception. I know you were inspired, but it wasn't even close. And I like Inception. Paprika's just that good. I'm gonna sound biased, but the Rize movie is high art, and I'm just gonna say that. You can't fight me on that. You can't say it's just because you're a Chainsaw Man fan. That movie was universally gassed by critics. Even fucking some people who do not like Chainsaw Man went and saw that movie and said, you know what, that movie was fire. Because it fucking was. It was an amazing movie. It had style, it had pacing, it had great art, great choreography. Fighting choreography. It's not a glaze. Yeah, exactly. No glaze, it's incredible. My expectations were really high because it's Chainsaw Man, and I really, really like the Reze arc. I really like Chainsaw Man. So my fucking expectations were so high, and I was like, I need to lower these or I'm not gonna like it. But then, like, so I knew, even trying to trick my mind, I knew my expectations were so high, and I get so picky. I'm like, well, what if they don't do it this way? Or what if they don't provide enough time because it's just a movie? but like, or like, how are they gonna do this? Because the fights are not like Resident, like, for, you know, not to shit on the Fujimo Goat in this sort of way, but his fights are always very quick and abrupt. So like, I'm like, is that gonna last a full movie? But it was. I remember watching it and being like so immersed. I remember watching, beaming. I was probably looked insane. I was probably sitting in my chair like, I probably looked fucking insane. I said, incredible. I don't know. They could not have done better, I don't think. I cannot think of a single thing. And then I saw it again, and I had the same reaction. They just executed everything so great. Oh yeah, it came around the Demon Slayer movie. Can I? Okay, is this a safe space? I read all of Demon Slayer. Okay, I read all of it. So I can't sound like I'm hating from the outside of the club because I can't get in. There's a few things I really like from Demon Slayer, though. I don't want to be a complete hater. But overall, oh, double audio? Ooh, what the hell happened? I'm so sorry. Well, it's 11? Oh, hang on. Let me know if this fixes it. Hello, hello, hello. I think that might have fixed it. If you can't hear me anymore, then it did not fix it. Oh, awesome. Somehow my laptop internal mic got turned on, but I didn't move, so I don't know how that happened. So, okay. Demon Slayer is just okay. And I think maybe for a starter anime, it's a good place to start. I think it's actually pretty good for that. I read all the way through, so I'm not hating from outside the club. But it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. I think there's certain arcs that were handled pretty well. I think the entertainment district is really fun. I think they do like a lot of really, really cool animation. The art style is beautiful. I cannot knock that remotely. I also don't think saying it's carried by the art is a bad thing, because that just means, like, anime is a visual medium. Come on now. The art needs to look, like, pretty to the eye. You know, it has to look good. So, that's not me hating. But, is it high-level writing? Also no. Is it competent writing? Mostly. Is it just fine? Yeah. Some parts are really good. Some parts I'm like, ooh. I'm like, what are we doing? But then some parts are like gas. I like the Spider Forest arc. I thought that was really cool. Entertainment District was really good. But then there's the Swordsmith Village stuff is just, it ain't it. And then the author wanted to do a lot with that final chunk. It either needed more time or needed to heavily cut stuff out. Because I feel like some things we didn't give enough time to breathe. And then other times it felt like we were spending a lot stalling the story. I don't think it's bad, though. Like, I want that to be clear. There's certain mangaka that it's on sight because they wasted my fucking time. I wouldn't say Demon Slayer wasted my time. I wasn't expecting this, like, over the top. I don't think there's a lot of things that grow and change and stuff like that. But I do think it's also, like, a good starter anime for that. If you know, but is it, like, gonna be my big three? Or, because I always think, everyone's like, big three this, big three that. Big three's personal. It's a state of mind. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is part of my big three. But that's just because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is real fun. And there's parts and there's characters I like in Demon Slayer, and there's characters I'm just like, why are you here? But I also feel that way about a lot of series, and it's also not that big of a deal. Just start. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean other people can't. Yeah, my goat. Rest in peace for real. Sorry, my god, yeah. Rest in peace. And you know what? Because, oh my god, I don't want to spill all over myself. But I'm gonna be so for real. There's some things that I know that I like that you guys don't like. And then there's things that other people like that I won't like. And I'm picky and annoying. So if I ever say I don't like X, that doesn't mean anything. Truly. It's just my opinion. I think it's worse if someone thinks something is like super like objectionable is a little bit different. You know, I'll tell people, like, for example, that want to talk like about nitty gritty with Chainsaw Man. I'm just like, honestly, I'm a little bit too biased. I don't think I can adequately objectively, yeah, I don't think I can be super objective because I'm too big of a fan. And I think sometimes people don't know when they're too big of a fan of something, so then they get like personally offended and tied to it, which again is like, some people think is like cringe or whatever, but I think if you were like, hey, you know, I like this shit a little too much, I'm not going to be able to be biased, I think you're completely fine. I don't think that's cringe at all. I think that's being real, because I think everyone has something like that. Whether it's their favorite sports team, whether it's like some type of their favorite book series, whether it's their favorite anime, whether it's their favorite anything. I think everyone has like their one thing that they're like fanatical or they really, really like, that like, you know, that you can't say like, you'll walk out of a movie that you like you like too much, and then some people are like, oh man, that sucks ass, and you're just like, or someone have that with particular characters. I know I had a fondness for a lot of girl characters that get canonically just shit on all the time in the series that I felt bad for. That was like a big thing for me, is like, and it's not always, because there's some characters that just suck, but then there's sometimes where you just have to like, you kind of have to pick up your faves. And sometimes I had a problematic, Fumiko's a great example. She's one of my problematic girl faves, because it's like, if people like sit there for a second and think of like what this character's life is like, or like what they're motivated by, or what you think about, is like, truly, like, Fumiko's a great example, because like the gag with her is, once you get revealed this horrible shit that is implied to have happened, and then people are like, people with no media literacy are just like, oh nah, what the fuck? It's like, no, because this, like, are you kidding? And also, like, have you had to live in like Chainsaw Man land? Hey, like, I think that there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna prioritize their own survival over anything else. They literally have to live in a hellscape to survive. I've noticed that with Alien Stage 2, where they'll be like, well, okay, but I do be talking mad shit about Luca, but that's just because, but I understand this is not in ordinary circumstances, so I don't hate on any of these characters necessarily, because who the fuck knows how I would act in this situation? I have no idea. Or like, people, I was a big defender of Ira from Dandadan for a while, and not defending, because I don't defend their actions, I don't defend choices they make, but I'm just like, you know, you're talking about a, like, in Dandadan's case, I'm like, you know, you're talking like about a kid, right? Like, this is a child. Like, I know she's not real, but like, let's keep it 100. Like, a child is acting childish. A kid is being a dickhead. There's one kid though, I will say, there's one kid though, why can't I remember his name? I just want to beat his ass. Hang on. So maybe, hang on, pause. So, why can't I remember his name? It's gonna drive me nuts. He's from part 4. Oh no. what's his name? Part 4 kid with money. That should work, right? No. Shigechi. That asshole. Yeah, Shigechi from JoJo's Part 4. Okay, I do have beef with a child. But, okay, he is literally withholding money that he did not earn. Right? That he did not earn from a kid who lives in a fucking condemned building. Alright? Shigechi is like the Shigeki, whatever, fucking from Part 4. He's the only child I have beef with. Because tell me why he's withholding money from fucking Okuyasu, who lives in a goddamn condemned building. Yeah, he's younger than Okuyasu, but he's still fucking... Okay, well, maybe the kid didn't need to explode. But I do think he's a piece of shit. Like, some people are like, well, he said mama before he died. It's like, he should have just gave the money. Then he wouldn't be in the situation. His greedy little ass with the sandwich. If he would have just taken the fat L and left his sandwich behind, maybe... Well, but listen how I was talking about a sandwich earlier. Hold up. Hang on. Maybe a sandwich would get me acting unwise too. But he was being so stubborn about it. I'm like, if someone came and just kept stealing my sandwich, even though it was in fact a severed hand, but like, if someone keeps trying to get my fucking sandwich, I'm just gonna let them have it at this point. Like, I'll just get a new sandwich, or I'll go to someone and say, hey, this person keeps stealing my shit. And then they're like, there's a severed hand in here. But bro was like, I'm gonna tell my teacher on you, Josuke. I don't know. Either way, it sucks that he blew up or whatever, but he should have just gave Okuyasu the money. But also, maybe I would go that crazy for a sandwich, so I can't even maybe hold him that much. But it is after 11, chiefs, and gangstas, and fun groups and gatherings, and titles. What's a good title? Board member? This could be a board meeting. Board member. Majesty. Your Majesties. There we go. I fuck with that. You guys are Your Majesties today. So, Your Majesties, I must peel off. Thank you. Peel off. Like food. I must be done for tonight. I'm probably gonna eat a little more. I'm gonna be 100% honest. But I hope you guys had a great time today. And honestly, make sure you eat and take care of yourself. And you guys have a great, great evening. Drink lots of water. Care about yourself. Get good sleep. Wipe front to back. Everything you need. But make sure you take care of yourselves. Good night. And YouTube, I'm holding you for slightly longer hostage because I have to go here. But bye-bye and have a great night. I'm about to smack up the rest of these